Hello everyone, welcome back to Sew with Adeshola. In today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful cargo pants that you're seeing on your screen. If this is something you're interested in, keep on watching. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be making use of 1.5 yard of this cashmere material with my pattern paper. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to roll out my starting line, which is also the waistline, and from that starting line I will go up by 1.5 because we are going to attach a band, and then I'm going to mark my hip line, my crotch line, which is 10.5, my full length, the length of my pant, which is 16, and then I'm going to add 2 inches to it for allowance, and then I'll just go ahead and roll out the dots like that, the line. Just go ahead and do that as well. Now after labeling, the next thing is to insert our measurement. So I'll go to my hip line and insert my hip measurement divided by 4 and add 1 inch. So I have 10 inches like that, and whatever you have, you're going to repeat it on the crotch line and also on the waistline. So just go ahead and do that as well. Then connect the dots together, and after you're done connecting the dots, the next thing is you're going to measure our crotch extension. To do that, measure what you have on the crotch and divide it into 4. So you know I have 10 and I'm going to divide it into 4, that is 2.5. So that's what I have on my crotch extension, and from that crotch extension, from that 2.5, I'm going to connect it into my hip line like so. So that's how it's going to look like. Then the next thing, I'm going to go to the waistline and input my waist measurement, which is 7 inches. There is no need for that here, so we are just going to connect it to the hip, and from there you go to your length and then measure your thigh measurement divided by 2. So for me, I have 11 inches right there, and I'm going to just connect from my crotch to my thigh like so. Then I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out like I am doing right here, and our front piece is all ready. Now to cut the back piece, place your front piece on another piece of pattern paper that is bigger and longer than it. So at the waistline, go in by 1.5 from the front piece. You can see, so I went in by 1.5 right there, and that 1.5 I'm going to go up by 1.5 as well. Then at the side, I'm going to go out by 1.5. You know I came by 1.5, so I have to balance it. I have to come out by 1.5 and extend it like that. So that's going to have the same waist measurement as the front as well. And just look at what I'm doing. I'm just going to connect it like that, and after that you go to your hip line on the side and add 1.5 to it, and at the length add 1 inch to it. Then you're just going to connect it like I did right here. Just look at what I am doing and go ahead and do that as well. And once you are done with that, go to your crotch extension at the front and extend it by 2 inches on the back piece. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say right there. Go out by 2 inches like so, and after that come down by half inch, then extend it like that by the 2 inches. And after you are done extending it, the next thing we're going to do is to connect it from that extension to that line we have at the top. So I'm just going to use my free hand to trace it out like so. Then after doing that, I'm going to connect from that extension to the end of my pant like that. And the first time we're not going to make use of that, so I'm just going to use my curve rule to connect it properly. And after I'm done with that, I'm just going to connect at the base, which is the length of my pant, and after that I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out, and that's all for our back piece as well. So now the next thing is to cut out our fabric using the pattern paper, and while doing this I added half inch on every side except from the base, because we already added 2 inches already, and I'm also going to do the same thing for the back. So just go ahead and cut out your fabric as well. So after you're done cutting, the next thing is to join our fabrics together. So I've gone ahead to cut out my zipper fly like that. You can see I cut out 2 pieces, and now after we are done cutting it out, the next thing we're going to do is to join our front piece together. And to do this, I came down by 7.5 inches. Then the rest I'm going to join it together, and after joining this what I had, go ahead and notch it. Now after notching, we're going to place our zipper on one part. So I'm making use of this invisible zipper, but you can make use of any other zipper. Place the right side on the right side of your fabric and join, and after you are done, this is what you're going to have. And because this is going to have a zipper fly, I'm going to take my zipper fly and measure it. You can see I have 9 inches there, 7.5 for the opening and 1.5 for allowance. So that's 9 inches. I cut out 2 pieces and it is about 2 inches wide. So on that part that I joined, I'm going to place one of my fly zipper on it like that and sew to where I have my notch. I hope you understand it. So after I was done doing that, this is what I have. You can see, and then the other side as well, I'm going to place my zipper fly and join it to where I notch as well. Just join it with 1/2 inch, just tiny. And after I was done joining, I went ahead to top stitch, and after top stitching, the next thing we're going to do is to fix the other part of the zipper to it. You know that we have the other part of the zipper that we are yet to sew, so we're just going to place it on it like that. Just look at what I am doing. Place it on it like that and so to have a smooth stitch, I went ahead to use my pin to hold it down, and then I'm just going to go ahead to the sewing machine and sew it. And after sewing, this is what I had. As you can see, that part is actually going to close. You see, we are not even seeing the zipper. And after that, you're going to take the part we just joined now and go out by 1 inch. If you look at what I'm doing right here, I actually made a mistake. I was making this design, this stitch on the wrong side. So when I'm done, you'll see what I have. You can say this is on the right side, but when I'm done, it's going to be on the left side. So it is on the part you just joined now. That's where you're going to top stitch like this. You're going to top stitch it like that so that you can have your the other part that is closing it on the zipper to close it very well. I don't know if you get what I am trying to explain, and also hold it in place. So after doing that, the next thing we're going to do is to join the other fly zipper to it as well, and then we're going to cut off the excess. And this is what I had after I was done. So that's all for the fly zipper part. Now the next thing we're going to do is to join both the front and the back piece together. Let's go right into it. Now we are working on the back piece. I'm going to remove my pattern paper and join the back piece together with 1/2 inch as well on the crotch. And after I was done, this is what I had. I actually sew on it 2 times. So after we are done with that, the next thing we're going to do is to place the front pattern, the front piece on it, and sew with 1/2 inch allowance that I left. And then I'm not going to sew on the crotch at all. And after I was done, this is what I had. You can see I didn't sew on the crotch at all. I only sew on the side. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut out my pocket. So I already cut this out. I am using 10 inches by 10 inches so that when I fold it on the side, I have half inch in. That makes it 9 inches. And then you're going to fold your fabric into 2 like this. The pocket, fold it into 2, and after folding, come in by 1 inch at the middle, just like I am doing right here. Now connect it together and sew. You're going to sew, so that makes it 2 inches, and that's going to reduce our pocket to 7 inches. I hope you understand. So after we are done with that, I'm just going to fold the base as well, and then I'm going to bring it back to us. I also cut out the pocket for the back as well. So I cut out 2 pieces for the back like that. I'm also going to go ahead and iron the sides in and fold it at the hem. So that's what I'm going to do, and after that I'll bring the result back to us. And if you have watched to this extent, thank you so much for staying with us. Kindly click on subscribe button. Make sure you like it to like, comment and share. Thank you so much. So now I've gone ahead to fold my pocket like that. You can see that 1 inch was sewn outside, and then I ironed it out to be like that. I folded the top as well, the sides and the down, you can see, with half inch, and the top was 1.5 inch, as you can see. So at the end of it all, the width of my pocket was about 7 inches, while the length was about 7.5, as you can see. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to take this bias that I created. I took another fabric. I just wanted it to have another color. You can use the same color, folding half inch on both sides, you can see. And then you're just going to place the wrong side facing each other, the wrong side of your pocket facing the wrong side of your bias, as you can see. So you're just going to place it like that all the way around, and make sure that your bias is as long as your pocket, like it can go around your pocket. As you can see, mine is even having excess, so I'm going to just go ahead and cut it out. And this is what I had after I was done. As you can see, I've gone ahead to sew it to the pocket, then that's going to give us that cargo effect. And also I'd gone ahead to cut the cover for my pocket, and this is about 4 inches wide and 4 inches long, and the wideness is as the wideness of my pocket. So at the head I have 2.5. I had folded 1 inch at the base and half inch to sew on it, and also I hemmed the sides. I hope you understand what I'm saying right there. So but just make sure that what you have, the width is also the same thing with the width of your pocket. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to place it on my pant. So at the side of the pant, I'm going to be placing my pocket. Come down from the waistline by 4 inches. I'm going to come down by 4 inches at the middle like that, and I'm going to be placing my pocket middle on it, and then I'm going to sew the other fabric, that cream fabric, you can see. I'm going to sew it down. Just look at what I'm doing right there. I'm not going to sew on that wine fabric, no, just look at what I'm doing. Where I am pinning down is where I'm going to sew, so that at the end that wine fabric is going to be on top of it. And make sure that when you are sewing it, that cream color do not go outside of the wine. I hope I am making sense a little bit. So just go ahead and do that and place your cover on it, and I'm going to bring the rest to us when I am done. Also, I went ahead to fix the back pocket. So I'm going to place the back pocket like so. I'm also going to come down by 4 inches from the waistline and place it like that, you can see. Then come in by 1 inch on both sides like so, and then place it. Then that's how I'm going to go ahead and join it to my pant. And when I am done, I'm going to bring the result to us. So after I was done, this is what I had. As you can see, I'm putting my hand into the pocket and it's actually comfortable. I went ahead to top stitch at the edge like that, and also I went ahead to join at the crotch and also the length of my pant. I folded in the allowance. Now the next thing is to join our band, and there I am measuring what I have on my band. So I have 28 inches, and I've already gone ahead to cut out a band of 2 inches and 30 inches long. So the band is 30 inches because I have 28 inches for my band. So I'm going to fold in 1 inch on both sides like that, and I'm going to sew it round my band. 1 inch on one side, 1 inch on the other side. So it's going to definitely go around my round waist. And after it was done, I'm going to add my button and buttonhole, and this is what I had after the whole thing. You can see it's looking really pretty. So this is our end result. Thank you for staying with us to this moment. Thank you so much. God bless you.